I wanna finish the show with going back to Haiti. What did you do down there? Let's just give a little bit of an experience of what you did down there, how long you were there, and just sharing a little bit about your experience.
What kind of food you ate? I'm more interested in the food.
Okay, well, we got down, we left at 3 in the morning on Saturday, which it kind of seemed like Friday night, but it was really Saturday morning. And then we traveled all day, and we got there probably like 2:30, like on Saturday afternoon. And then we just spent some time like setting like our area up and stuff, and like meeting like the people we're gonna be with. And most of the time we spent going to different villages, and what we'd do is walk up, and then like you'd have all these little kids just come running up to you, and then you'd like have 50 kids in your arms, and you would just be walking like from house to house. To be honest, if you even consider that a house, they were like shacks basically, especially if you look at it from like an American standpoint. It really wouldn't be classified as a house what these people were living in. And you'd walk up to these houses, and you'd basically just start talking to people. And since we were obviously white, they kind of understand that we're missionaries, and that we're Christians, and we're coming here to help. And so they're normally pretty inclined to talk to you. And we basically just start off like, do you know Jesus? And then we'll just like have them like show us around their house a little bit. We'll ask them like, oh, do you go to church? And they'll normally like bring out their Bible if they have one. And normally they're pretty well used and stuff. And they're so proud of like their Bibles, and they were so excited to show them to us. And then we'd end up praying for them. We'd ask like, do you have any prayer requests and stuff? Typically they would ask us to pray for them to stay strong in their faith and like not fall away from God. And it was just amazing though, because they'd have you like pray for them for that, but then you look at them and you just like see their relationship and like how much they rely on God, and like that their hope really is truly through God, because they have like literally nothing, yet they're joyful, and they have like this internal joy that you hardly see in the States. So that was pretty awesome. And also the mission we were staying with, they have like a mission area in which the church is on, and also the school. So we spent or at least one day, and a lot of time like going to the mission, and then we would play with all the kids at the school, and we would just do different activities with them and play with them, like show them the love of God basically. And one day we set up like relay races and stuff, like an activity day, and the kids had the option to stay after school a couple hours longer and just play with us. And they love like having structure, and so we'd give them a game, even if it was a simple game. Just the fact that there were rules and like you were racing and winning really excited them, and they like it was so much fun to like see their faces and stuff. And we did that like a whole day, and it was just so much fun, because like you'd have all these kids just like all over, like on like all your shoulders and stuff, and it was so much fun. They were taking all your stuff, and you just wanted to give it to them because you didn't care. And then another day we spent doing like some service projects. We put a siding on 2 houses because after the earthquake a few years ago, they put up some temporary like I don't know, like tarp type stuff. Yeah, like tent-looking stuff around the houses, and that was supposed to last for like 2 years. And we put up siding that, well, it had been like 5 years. So this stuff was like designed for 2 years, and it had already been past that. So we put up some siding, so we would just like go up and like put it up. And we didn't really know what we were doing, but either way, it like blessed them, and it was awesome. They were so excited just to get the siding on the house, because it would like cool everything off, and it would just have better structure, so it would last longer. And it was supposed to last like 15 years. So they were really blessed, and then we were able to bond with them from that. So they'd like pull out their like pictures, and they'd like start braiding our hair, and it was really a good time for bonding. And we made a lot of really, really good ties, and it was really hard to leave.
And you know what I love about it is because it sounds like it was a mixture of relational as well as productive in terms of doing the material things, because as we were talking earlier, you cannot come to a house and a person that is starving and say, let me tell you about Jesus, who's supposed to be better than life, and is supposed to feed you constantly, spiritually that is, if you are truly physically starving. It doesn't work that way. And so I love that you're also providing those material needs, which is essential, right?
You need to like provide the material needs to have an opportunity to talk about, like to open the God door and like start evangelizing towards it and stuff. So yeah.
No, I think that's great. Did you eat anything special?
Most of our meals were actually fine. Like, they weren't weird or anything because we stayed in like actually a really, really nice house, and they really did take care of us well, and they like provided great food for us. But 2 days for lunch, we went to this restaurant, and the guy who is in charge of Jesus in Haiti Ministries, he like met this lady whenever she wasn't she wasn't far in her business or anything, and she was like kind of just on the side of the road, and she just had like a bowl of rice and stuff and chicken, and she would just like serve it like that, and he actually was able to kind of invest in her a little bit and like keep giving her support and keep bringing people to her and stuff, and now she actually has her own restaurant.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he trusts her. He knows what she uses to like make the food and stuff, so he like knows it's not dangerous and we won't get sick from it and stuff.
Or cats.
Yeah, or cats. It's like actually well, actually, it's kind of funny. We were supposed to get like beef or something once, and it was actually goat.
Oh, nice.
So that was
Could
kind
you
of a
tell the
joke.
difference?
Yes,
or?
you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Because goat, this is the first time I've ever had goat.
Yeah.
And it's a lot like tougher.
Tastes like chicken,
yeah.
right?
It doesn't really taste like chicken. You just kind of like chew it for a really long time. And then you're like, that was interesting. But one day I got chicken, and then the other day I got a fish. And it was kind of a shocker because they just brought out, like, it was a legitimate fish. It was just there. The head was there. Everything was
that's
like,
awesome.
looking for you.
Yes.
And it was actually really, really good. I did eat it. And one of the Haitian boys ate the head.
Was it a delicacy?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, golly.
They thought it was hilarious, though, because we all, like, freaked out about it, and they thought it was hilarious.
Of course, because that's, like, normal. They're, like, popping the eyeballs and as if it's
Yeah.
nothing. Oh, I can't. You know, if you grew up that way, it might be different, but, like, I didn't. And so seeing that, I'm not sure I could be culturally acceptable, you know, or be, like, polite at all. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to save that for you. Even though I'm the guest and you're supposed to honor the guest, you eat the eyeball because it's better for you, right? Like, what do you say to that? You just can't.
I mean, they don't really expect you to eat the head. It wasn't like, because there's some things like it's kind of rude if you don't eat.
Right.
But the head, I don't think they really expect it because
That's
it's like
good.
all bone.
Yeah,
So in like,
gross.
whatever you're thinking about, like logically in your head, you're like, well, of course I'm not gonna eat the head. I'm not gonna eat the spine either. Like it's bone. But they don't care.
That's right. They'll take what they can get.
Yes.
Because it's food, people. I don't know why you're judging. Don't judge. We're gonna send you a head in the mail and you'll eat it, okay? How about that? Cultural experience.
It's really weird when Paige says we're gonna send you a head in the mail.
I know, it's like The Godfather,
Yeah,
except
we're
it's a
gonna
fish.
Chop off fish's heads. No, we will not be doing that.
Never
but
know. April Fools.
It is April
Every day.
7th, so that does
Every
not
day.
exist anymore, not until April 1st next year. Hey, I want to thank you for sharing your story, and I can tell that it's good to see that it's still affecting you. I can tell that you have been affected by it, and hopefully you can continue to affect others with your story, but also progressing in the future, because I know missions might play a key role in your life. So excited for that and so excited to see the future. Now, a lot of you might have that opportunity at the church you go to. And so maybe you should look into that. Maybe that's something going into next year or over the summer. Continue to figure that out through communication with your church, with your home church or wherever. And if not, maybe you need to check out a church and maybe start making a difference, because that would be huge. But what I love most of all is your relationship with God. It's really hard to help others when you and God aren't right, because I think and I know myself, when I'm not right with God, I am very selfish, and I can look at things through my perspective. But when all of a sudden, through it's God's eyes, it's a lot different. So make sure that you're continuing to work on that. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, being a part of everything. Paige will be with us tomorrow for a little bit. Abby, are you going to be back Friday? Or are you back next Monday?
Just Mondays.
Just Mondays? I'm sorry, I want to get her on the show more.
I know,
My bad.
honestly.
Is that my bad?
No,
Come on,
it's
Paige, we're
legit.
supposed to be
I'm
on the
just-
same page.
I just listen when she talks, and I just remember her saying Mondays, and
Well,
I'm super excited. I'd love for her to be here every day.
I knew that she said just Mondays, but I'm trying to get her on the show a little bit more
Right.
because we know you guys love her on the show. So thank you again for telling your story. Thank you again for joining us on the show today. We got another full show tomorrow. We got Dawn from Firefly coming on tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So we're going to be tweeting that, putting that on Facebook. So make sure you let everyone know. So excited for that interview tomorrow. We got Paige. We got a bunch of craziness that always happens here on the Seriously Serious Show. Here right and now is Becca Shea with Life. We will catch you guys tomorrow, people. Love and kisses. Peace out.